making, all kinds of stuff in there. But you'll also see a tab that says invite your friends. You'll click on that, and then you'll see the ability to copy your link so that you can post it elsewhere or send it to your friends, which again, we just went over, actually makes you money. There you go. So you would copy that link once you click into the menu. Again, top left of your profile from that main page, you'll see something that says invite your friends. You'll copy that link and then you'll send it out to people. I saw some other great questions, and I'm going to spend some time diving into these this week specifically. So thank you for all of this. The Marfs wanted to know, is there a community for starters? I want to join, build a community. Yes, we are doing a whole feature this week on community, so definitely come back. I'll show you how you can start your own community and also where you can find other communities that may have already invited you to join them, where the ones that you have joined exist. But also, if you go to your main search bar right now in the app and you type in, let's say food, you want to follow a food community, you can actually scroll over, you can search by person, right, a profile, you can search by hashtag, you can search by community now. So if you look, there's a couple different options in that main search bar. So once you type in your search, let's say it's animals or sports or whatever it is that you like, you can scroll on over and you'll see that there's a specific thing that you can click on that says community. So you can find communities that way. And again, later this week, I'll show you how you can actually start your own community. But to access the community button, same main menu from your profile page, top left, you'll see a button that says communities from that menu, so check that out. One more question, and then I'm gonna move on to some trivia stuff. I also saw somebody asking about exclusive content. So what that is, right, content that looks like it's blurred out, and the only way you get to view it is if you support that post. This is a great way for creators to incentivize you to support them. So every once in a while, I definitely suggest you play around with this. When you go to make a post, you'll see the options that you can actually change the visibility. If you select exclusive post, that means that content will be blurred out to anyone that hasn't supported you. So let's say you post something, it's an exclusive post. In order for me to see it, I have to hit the support me button, which means you get paid, and then I get to see that content. We will go into this week, so definitely come back. These are great questions, and thank you so much. I'm here to help. That's what this segment is. So come hang out with me again, and I'll make sure we get to all of this. And if you have more questions, definitely bring them to the table. In the meantime, I have a question for you. I have a trivia question for you, because in just a little bit, we're going to be playing trivia for $500. So, as a little bit of an incentive for tuning into the show, this is sort of like my exclusive content, right? My exclusive post. If you tune in early, I actually give you a trivia answer. So, tonight, we're going to ask you question 8. We're going to do it as a poll, see if you get the correct answer, and then, of course, I will actually give you the answer, and that means you're already one ahead. You're one step closer to winning trivia tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. So let's see how you do on this question 8. This requires flag knowledge. Which of the following national flags does not include the color Kermit the Frog sings about his complexion being? Bhutan, Saudi Arabia, Lesotho. Which one? Which of the following national flags does not include the color Kermit the Frog sings about his complexion being? Bhutan, Saudi Arabia, Lesotho. Okay, so this one, I see you're probably all like hitting up the Google right now. You're like, I don't know flags off the top of my head, which is good. Which is good that you're here, because now you'll have the answer. There we go. Now people are starting to weigh in. Everyone sort of quickly probably looked up the flag. I'm curious, did anyone do that without looking up the answer? Does anyone have insane flag knowledge? That's a fun thing to randomly know. We've got 54% saying Bhutan, 26% saying Saudi Arabia, and 20% saying Lesotho. We'll end this because you're right. You're right. Bhutan, you didn't need my help. Or maybe you did, because maybe you wouldn't have gotten that in less than 10 seconds, and that's how long you have to actually answer the questions on trivia. But is there anyone tuning in from any of these countries tonight? That's what I'm curious about. Are these any of your flags? Or did you just have random flag knowledge? Welcome back, displayers. I hope everyone who celebrated Halloween made it through safely. Oh wait, I think you have a little leftover fake blood, right? No, a little more to the left. Yeah, you got it. How are our glucose levels? Are you still coming down from that sugar high? Or maybe not coming down yet because you're stealing your kids' candy out of their plastic pumpkins and pillowcases? Don't lie to me. One of the main reasons I want to have kids is so I can steal their candy. Well, Halloween might be over, but it's All Saints Day and Day of the Dead, a celebration of saints and martyrs and a celebration of love for deceased family, respectively. Plus, we just had our own Halloween finale of sorts because we just saw some fantastic photos from our display fam in our pre-show. Hashtag display costume contest was lit. Plus, I gave them all the answer to question 8, which I do every night. Join us tomorrow if you've got FOMO, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. We talk display tips for earning money on the app. We show off your content, all that good stuff. As for tonight, I've got 10 questions for you to answer and a $500 prize pot at the end of it. If you get them all right, you win. If you get even one wrong, you are out of the running for the money, but you can keep playing along for fun. You also need to have a fully completed display profile to claim your winnings. Get it? Got it? Good. It's time for display trivia. Question 1. Which of the following is not a day of the week? Sunday, Monday, horseshoe. Which of the following is not a day of the week? Sunday, Monday, horseshoe. Some days of the week are better than others. That's just a fact. Sunday fun day? Yes, please. Friday? There are reasons these days have better nicknames than Manic Monday. Monday? If you didn't want everyone to hate you so much, maybe you shouldn't be such a dang buzzkill? You're like the middle school dance chaperone that makes sure no one's getting too close during the Cupid shuffle and turns on all the lights to full brightness at the end of the night to get everyone out. We get it. You're single way longer than you wanted to be and bitter about it. But it doesn't mean you gotta ruin it for the rest of us. I didn't ruin the answer, did I? Horseshoes? That's a Saturday tailgate game. Question 2. Which number is not used to fill in one of the 81 boxes in a Sudoku puzzle? 8, 9, 10. Which number is not used to fill in one of the 81 boxes in a Sudoku puzzle? 8, 9, 10. Any Sudoku fans in the game tonight? I'm more of a Sudoku traditionalist myself. I believe the game should be played with a pen and paper, not a computer to cheat with. It should either be played on an airplane or on the toilet, bonus points for an airplane toilet, and you should fill out no more than 3 games in the book before you stuff it in a drawer and never think about Sudoku again. Sometimes a Sudoku app is permissible, but if and only if you turn off the feature that points out errors as you go. Back in my day, we played our Sudoku walking uphill both ways in the snow. You youngins are only cheating yourselves. The digits in Sudoku are 1 through 9, and they cannot repeat in a row or box. Since 10 is a double digit, it's a no-go. Question 3. The name for a word spelled the same forwards and backwards is known as a homophone, a pseudonym, a palindrome. The name for a word spelled the same forwards and backwards is known as a homophone, a pseudonym, a palindrome. These words are the Sarah Pribis of vocabulary. That's right, baby, because they look just as good coming as they do going, okay? Word to the wise, though. Make sure before you use that line, there's not a sign that says "kick me" taped to your back. The joke doesn't land as well that way. Not that I know from experience. Geez, don't look at me. Some fun examples of these include pop, mom, madam, race car, and even the sentence, step on no pets. Well, that's just solid advice. And it's a palindrome. You guys know how this works. Question 4. The founder of SpaceX is originally from what country? United States, South Africa, Scotland. The founder of SpaceX is originally from what country? United States, South Africa, Scotland. Ugh, I have a SpaceX, and that relationship did not end well. I avoid space now at all costs. It is honestly so awkward if we ever bump into each other. I can literally never go to the moon again because he's always there. And all our Martian friends, they sided with him. I can't even look into a telescope without getting massively triggered. Look, sometimes exes can be friends, but I am so happy to be out of that dude's orbit. I could talk crap about past relationships all day, but I would much rather tell you that Elon Musk is the founder of SpaceX. And although he operates out of the US these days, he was born in South Africa. How was that for a launch pad into question 5? In a recent online video, what was the reason Steve from Blue's Clues gave as to why he left the show? He went to college, he got a job, he got married. In a recent online video, what was the reason Steve from Blue's Clues gave as to why he left the show? He went to college, he got a job, he got married. Quick question. Did we ever find out why Blue was leaving all those clues? Like, why couldn't she just ever come out and say what she wanted us to do? Those blue paw prints all over the house kind of have the same energy as an angry roommate post-it note about remembering to do the dishes. Okay, Tiffany, you could have just said it. And the cleanup. Blue, these are freshly pressed white linen sheets. Down, girl, down. You know you're not supposed to be on the bed. Great. Steve showed us everything from how to get the mail to how to sit down in our thinking chair. Wonder what he could teach us now that he's been to college. The guy truly majored in being a total class act. Question 6. Wilson from Castaway starring Tom Hanks is what type of sports equipment? Golf club, tennis racket, volleyball. Wilson from Castaway starring Tom Hanks is what type of sports equipment? Golf club, tennis racket, volleyball. Do we think it's just a little bit funny that Tom Hanks pined after his friend Wilson in this movie, but then he's also married to Rita Wilson? Is Castaway just a love letter to his wife? That's so sweet, babe, but maybe next time just a dozen long stem roses. Thank you so much. No, in this movie, as the title would suggest, Tom Hanks' character gets stranded on a desert island, and I mean, how lonely. You know, lonely people die faster than people with a community. It's true. So yeah, if you gotta make friends with a volleyball to stay alive, then that's what you do. No judgment on my end. Question 7. Which author would not have been associated with the Lost Generation in Paris? Ezra Pound, Sylvia Plath, Ernest Hemingway. Which author would not have been associated with the Lost Generation in Paris? Ezra Pound, Sylvia Plath, Ernest Hemingway. Hey guys, after reading through this question again, I think I figured out where they were. Paris, duh. Context clues. Okay, well, I found the Lost Generation, okay? Case closed. You can all go home for the evening. We'll do the same thing, same time, same place tomorrow. Okay, nice work, goodbye. No, it wasn't a whole generation doing a massive Where's Waldo. They were lost more in a spiritual sense after most of them served in World War I. So where did a lot of them go to find themselves? F. Scott Fitzgerald and Gertrude Stein did a whole Eat, Pray, Love in Paris. Sylvia Plath was equally depressed as all these artists, but came onto the scene a few years later. Question 8. Which of the following national flags does not include the color Kermit the Frog sings about his complexion being? Bhutan, Saudi Arabia, Lesotho. Which of the following national flags does not include the color Kermit the Frog sings about his complexion being? Bhutan, Saudi Arabia, Lesotho. If you tuned into the pre-show, you know this one. I'll say this. Kermit does sing about the rainbow connection, which technically includes all the colors, of course. And you all are lovers and dreamers, so you know that. The other song Kermit sings that specifically applies to his skin tone, that's the one we're looking for. And I mean, dang, I think it's hard finding makeup that matches my skin. Where do you think Kermit's hair and makeup had to go to find the right shade for him? I hear he and the Grinch use the same team. Kermit tells us it's not easy being green, and the only flag on this list that doesn't include that hue? Bhutan. Question 9. The famously incorrect headline from the 1948 U.S. election erroneously said this politician defeated Truman. Dewey, Nixon, Stevenson. This headline erroneously said this politician defeated Truman, Dewey, Nixon, Stevenson. Yes, polling is super fun and oftentimes not accurate. We've seen it in recent elections, but it also happened in this one in the mid-20th century. The Chicago Daily Tribune, for example, was so sure Truman was going to lose, they had this incorrect headline printed en masse and ready for distribution. It ain't over till it's over, baby. Don't count your chickens before they hatch, especially if you plan on making an omelet or two. I'm sure much like Harry Truman, y'all are anxious for the results of this question. The famous headline, Dewey defeats Truman. The only thing Dewey defeated was the decimal system. Here comes the final question. Question 10. The Italian polymath known for pushing the Copernican model of the solar system was born in the same city as what landmark? St. Mark's Square, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, the Trevi Fountain. This guy was born in the same city as what landmark? St. Mark's Square, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, the Trevi Fountain. So to be clear, he didn't invent this model, okay? Copernicus did. But this guy went to bat for this idea. Basically, he was a huge Copernicus stan. Probably had a whole Tumblr page dedicated to Copernicus. You get the idea. But his championing of Copernicus's model got our friend into a lot of trouble with none other than the Catholic Church. Historically, a very easy institution to get into trouble with. When he said the sun and not the earth was at the center of the solar system. I know, absolutely scandalous. But Galileo Galilei was not afraid to ruffle a few pope feathers and went so far as to become excommunicated from the church. Now that's conviction. And my conviction is, well, first, that questions about Italy make me want pizza, and secondly, that if you guess the Leaning Tower of Pisa, the city where Galileo was from, you got it right! Magnifico! You all came, you slayed, and you displayed your knowledge, so let's get you paid! But how, you might ask? I'm so glad you did. Well, by setting up your display profile completely, of course. Get a profile pic up there, post some photos to your page, you get the idea. I'm still not seeing all the avatar pictures that I want to see. And if you're not sure how to do that or why you would want to, here's a hint, you actually get paid to post on this app. Then tune into my pre-show every weeknight at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. I explain how it all works, I show off some cool content, and reveal a trivia answer. I hope to see you there tomorrow. Go steal a Snickers in my honor. Good night.